This is my June update for my Eyeshadow Roulette Project Pan. I do this with some friends at the beginning of the year. We randomly drew 10 shadows. We have to use them 5 times each. We roll them out and randomly choose their replacements. This is a great way to get use on those much neglected single shadows. Hi, I'm Andi and I'm really happy that you're here. Okay, being real with you guys, I don't have a whole lot of progress. I do have rollouts. But for whatever reason, I could not remind myself to use these shadows this month. I don't know if I was too busy with, I don't know if I was just too busy, but I don't know if I was too busy using all of my palettes I brought in for summer, and I'm feeling the summer vibe so very much. And maybe I was just not inspired by them. I don't know. They're beautiful shadows. I can't tell you. I don't know. But let's go ahead and start with the first one. This one was brought in last month, and this is the shade Cake Bomb by Divina. It looks white to you, but it has this beautiful blue reflect to it. It is a little textured, so I have to be very careful with it. Look at that. See how beautiful that is? I have to be very careful with it because this will have a tendency to have a lot of fallout. I use the Divina brushes, which are perfect for these types of shadows. They hold on to the little bits of eyeshadow and they don't allow it to fall all over your face. Also, the Divina Specular Sparkle and Shimmer Glue Base is by far the best glitter primer I've ever used, so that helps a lot. You will be seeing photos of me using these things. Some of the photos that you're going to be seeing, you're going to see repeats because a couple of these I've only used one time and I use them with other shadows. So yeah, you will see them, and I'm showing you my favorite looks with the shadows. So that is Cake Bomb, beautiful, loved using it, but I only used it once. Next up, also brought in last month, is the shade Dream Big. This is by Sydney Grace. This is a beautiful plummy brown, and I loved using this. I used this with a couple of other shades in this project. This is what it looks like. It is a satin. It is not a matte. It is not a shimmer. It is a satin, but it's a beautiful satin. And I don't mind using that on my outer corner, topped over my matte shade. I used this 5 times and it is rolling out. Next up, also from Divina, is the shade Pandora. This is a matte. I think this is my favorite matte from Divina. This shade is just so very me, and it is beautiful. And I used these two together every single time. It was just brought in last month, but I used it the 5 times, so this one is also rolling out. Next up, from Give Me Glow, this is the shade Grunge Lavender. As you can see, they're pretty much duplicates of each other. They're a tiny bit different, just a tiny bit. But I did not use this shade at all because it was competing with the Pandora. So now that the Pandora is rolling out, I will get use on this. See how similar they are? This one's just a little darker, and maybe the Pandora might be a little bit pinker, a little bit more pink. But as you can see, they're very, very similar. So I did not get any use on the Give Me Glow Grunge Lavender because of its similarity to the Divina shade. Next up is Sydney Grace. This is the shade Relax. It is just a brown. It is just a very, very neutral brown. This one was brought in May. I had 3 uses in May, and then I've had 2 more uses in June, so that's 5 uses. It's rolling out. So easy to use as an outer corner, so easy to use, period. And yes, I used these together, not this one. I used the Relax, the Pandora, and the Dream Big together. Okay. Controversial. So this is the shade Oculus. This is from Cleona. It is beautiful. I did not use it at all this month. This was brought in February. I only have to use it 5 times. It was brought in February. In March, I used it once. and in April, right? April, I used it twice. So I have 3 uses on the shadow. I am making an executive decision. I'm going to roll this out. I'm going to keep it. I'm not decluttering it, but I don't enjoy using shades like this very much. It is so pretty though. Look at that. It is so pretty. I used it 3 times. I feel like I did get some use on it. You can see how it's green blue, but I don't know if you can tell, but it has this purple flip to it. It's gorgeous. It is very opaque. There is no using it as a topper. I did use it as a liner when I have used it. I've used it as a liner 2 of those 3 times. So I'm going to roll that out. I'm making the decision because it's my project. I can do what I want. I'm going to roll that out. But I want to roll something else in. I want to give something else a chance. This has been holding court in my little palette here since February. So rolling out. Brought in last month was the shade Trainwreck from ColourPop. This was from the Lilac You A Lot palette. You guys, I remember this shade being a beautiful shimmer. It is not a beautiful shimmer anymore. It is satin at best. It's pretty, but again, I'm going to roll this out, but this one I'm going to declutter because it's just not performing. Like, it is not shimmery at all. It is very satin. It looked pretty with the look that I used, but guys, I'm going to declutter it. I have too many single shadows to keep something that does not perform well. So it is going to go. I have another shadow from Cleona. This is the shade Oculus, and this one was brought in March. Yes, this one was brought in March. I didn't have any uses in March. April, I used it twice. In June, I used it once. I used it as a liner. I believe underneath my eye. I don't know. You'll see the picture. I'm going to keep this one in. 3 uses. I need 2 more uses, right? Yeah, I need 2 more uses. And I'm going to keep this one in. The Oculus is the only one I'm going to roll out just because I don't want to take up space in here any longer. Also brought in last month, another shade from Divina. This is the shade Silent Blizzard. And I have 1 use on it. It is beautiful. It has the same type of texture as the Cake Bomb. It has to be handled very delicately or else you're going to get glitter all over your face. This one has more of a yellow reflect to it. And it's pretty. I enjoyed it, but I only used it once. And then finally, the last shade was also brought in last month, and it is the shade Smokin', and this is ColourPop, and this is from the Blow and Smoke palette. It is just a kind of like a pewter shade. Now this one is still performing very well. I have only used it once, but it performs very well. It is a pretty shimmer. It is great for tapping on the outer corner or the outer part of your lid to make a very smoky eye. So over top of a matte. So these are the shades that are rolling out. So we are left with this color story right here. So I'm excited. Hopefully we get some summer friendly shades. I have my screen record up. I am going to pick 5 shadows. I use Wheel of Names. So you have the option of sorting them alphabetically or shuffling them. I have them shuffled. I always had them alphabetically. I have them shuffled because sometimes it tends to go to the same place on the wheel, and I have a lot of 1 or 2 brands in here, and I want to give more shades, more brands the chance to be chosen. Whatever, let's start. First shade is going to be Makeup Geek Autumn Breeze. That does not sound like a summer shade. However, it's the first time I've had Makeup Geek in here, I think, this year. Okay, we're going to remove that. Shade number 2 is going to be Divina Everlasting Godstopper. No. Stand by. Okay, I took that one out. That one is in my 50 Shades of Blue, which I did go through and take those out of my wheel. Maybe it didn't save. So, shade number 2. Dang it. Give Me Glow Wine O'Clock. That is a very pretty shade. I think it's like a winey brown shade. And I think it will look great with some summer looks as a dark outer corner. Remove that. Shade number 3. ColourPop OMG. I don't know what that looks like, but okay. I don't know if that's in my little BYOP that I keep over here. It doesn't sound familiar, so I don't know. I mean, it sounds familiar as a ColourPop shade, but I don't know what it looks like. Okay, what are we doing now? Shade number 4. ColourPop Monsoon. That is a blue. I'm pretty sure that is a blue. It's a very good blue. Dang it. And that is okay because I have blues that I need to use for my 50 Shades of Blue, and this is a matte blue. So I don't think I will have any problems using that. However, I was really not going to be using a lot of my blue shadows until more toward winter because 50 Shades of Blue it goes until April, so I would have all winter to use them. But you guys, I've been playing in color lately. Not today, but I've been playing in color lately. Okay, we have one more shade to use. Divina Midnight Nova. Let me make sure that that is not in my other project, since evidently everything didn't save. Midnight Nova is definitely in my 50 Shades of Blue. Remove that. I did. I went through and removed all of my Sydney Grace and my blue Sydney Grace that I have in my 50 Shades and my Divinas that I have. I have 10 Divina shadows in there. So I'm going to have to go back through and do that again. This is beautiful. Give Me Glow Hex My Ex. I love that shade. So yay. I'm really happy that we got some Give Me Glow in there and that I got a Makeup Geek in there. That is awesome. Okay, I'm going to go get those shades out, find them, get them out. It takes a little bit because I have to look at my little decoder ring over here and find out where they are. Especially like Divina, when I have so many, I have to have them mapped out so that I can find them quickly, but it takes a minute. So we'll come back, we'll discuss. You guys, don't go anywhere. We are back. I wanted summer, I got Christmas. Christmas in July. Perfect. Christmas in July is what I got. Actually, no. It's just, when I saw all of these together, I thought, it's Christmas. It's Christmas. But I think that some of these will make some beautiful summer looks. Brought in first from Makeup Geek. This is the shade Autumn Breeze. This is not what I thought it looked like. I thought it was going to be an orange because I have a couple of oranges from Makeup Geek. This is a shimmer, question mark, satin. It is a satin. I don't know. And I'm not sure how much I'm going to like this formula. I like Makeup Geek mattes, but sometimes their shimmers are a little, they're a little lackluster. So, and these are very old. So we'll see. But that's pretty. That's pretty. And it will go well with a couple of these others. The next shade that was brought in is the Give Me Glow Wine O'Clock. I thought it was like a wine brown shade. No, it is not. And, oh man, that's pigmented. Oh my gosh, that's so pigmented. That's why I love Give Me Glow so much. That's what that looks like. That's basically red. But there's another shadow in here. The next shadow is ColourPop OMG, and this was from the Orchid You Not palette. And that's what this looks like. So I think that that one and this one will go to, wrong finger, will go together really well. Just because this color story doesn't scream summer to me doesn't mean I can't do summer looks with it. Yeah. So that's pretty. Look at that. Oh, those two together are going to be freaking fantastic. And then brought in from ColourPop also, and this one was from the Lush Life palette, which I've said it before, I will scream from the rooftops that the Lush Life palette is the best formula that ColourPop has ever had. And this is an amazing blue. Look how pigmented. Blues are hard. Blues are hard to formulate. And when you have a blue that has this much pigment in it and it's not patchy at all, it's fantastic. I love it. Even though I'm not a blue wearer, that is a great blue. And I am really happy to incorporate that into some looks. All right. What was next? Give Me Glow Hex My Ex. Now, I am not 100% sure that this is the actually Hex My Ex. When I got it, it was like a free gift with purchase. It's like they threw it into the order because they were getting rid of their big pans. So they would just do that. And this did not have a sticker on the back. I put my own sticker on the back. So I went through their site to see what I thought it would be. And Hex My Ex looked like the closest one. It is so pretty. Look at that shine. Oh, I love Give Me Glow shimmers. I like their mattes too, but I love their shimmers. And that is so me. And that will look so well with my little ColourPop BYOP. Like, look at that. Yeah, I use this all the time. I use some shades, you know, I'll use it just like for 1 or 2 shades, but sometimes I'll just sit and do a complete look. It's been intact as a BYOP for maybe 2 years now. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the rest of the color palette so that we can see what all the shades look like together. I am not unhappy by all the color in here. I said I wanted summer shades, which summer is color, but also I wanted usable shades. I wanted stuff I'm going to use. And while they probably wouldn't be my first choices, I'm happy that I got them. All right, that's the whole color story together. It's very vibrant. It makes me happy. And I can't wait to get some use on this. Like, look at the difference, you guys. Boy, I swatched these a lot further apart, didn't I? Look at the difference in the color stories. And that's what this is about, the evolving color stories month to month. I love it. I love changing them up. It just makes me so happy. So this is what we're looking at. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Tell me what you think I should use together, because I think that these two with this will be good. And I mean, it's about to be July 4th. We could do red, white, and blue for sure. But I'm really excited to use this. I'm excited to get some use on this because I'm not sure I've ever used the Makeup Geek Autumn. I'm not sure I have. But these two will definitely be used together. So look forward to that. I will have Leanna and Donna, my partners in crime with this project, listed down below. Also, anybody that I know that is doing it. So I will have them linked down below so you can go check out their roulette, see how they did this month. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. And until our next adventure, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.